There is a huge difference between the experience that we encountered in our history when Admiral郑和, or Cheng Ho, he is normally known as, came to Malacca in the 15th century. He came with 28,000 soldiers and 317 ships. But he came with a mission, and that mission was to spread goodwill between China, or the Chinese world, and the Malay world at that time. He came with a hand of friendship. He came to spread goodwill. He came not to conquer, but to build a lasting friendship with the Malay Sultan then and the Malay people. He even brought a present in the form of a Chinese princess to be bequeathed to the Sultan at that time. But later on, the Portuguese came with just a few ships, maybe 3 or so ships, but they came to destroy, and they came to conquer, they came to colonize and to subjugate the people of Malacca. Therein lies the difference. We had the biggest power on earth at that time. Admiral Cheng Ho could easily have conquered the Malay world if he had wanted to. But instead, he came with a hand of friendship to trade with the Malay world, to build friendship. He had the knowledge to destroy us, or to destroy the Malacca Sultanate at that time. But he chose not to destroy. He chose to work together. He chose to collaborate. He chose the hand of friendship. Why? He had the power, he had the strength, he had the resources, he had the ships and the men. But Admiral Cheng Ho and the Chinese people had the wisdom, had the values and the character. They believed that they will be seen as coming from a great civilization if they came not to conquer, but instead if they came with a hand of friendship. So that's a very clear example, a very vivid example, especially in the context of Malacca and our history. The difference, if you have power, you have knowledge, but you do not have values, and you don't have the right kind of character. I believe that Academy of Han Studies will provide exactly this, what is required to build a stronger and better society. Because societies worldwide are facing tremendous challenges. Some societies are broken. Some societies are indeed sick. Not even broken, but worse than that, they are sick. The Prime Minister of Great Britain, Mr. David Cameron, spoke in this manner in the aftermath of the London riots, and when he said that there are elements in our society that are not only sick, they are not only broken, but they are indeed sick. And that's coming from a country that is supposed to be the cradle of modern democracy. Even if you are democratic, but if you do not build the strong fabric of a society, you will get riots, and you will get the Prime Minister of the country calling his own society as a sick society. So what is needed is to impart values. I was given this book about the imperial compilation on the principles of governance by Professor Chinkum when he came to my house recently with Mr. Elmatan. And he told me that I should study this, and it will help me as a leader of the nation. He told me that the important thing about leadership is that you must develop a certain values as a leader, amongst which is that you must show sincerity, respect, and humility. These are some of the teachings of the great Chinese civilization that we can learn from them. We should not be too arrogant or self-conceited to want to learn from others, especially when Prophet Muhammad ﷺ himself said, "Seek knowledge even to China." And that saying enjoins us to learn about how great civilizations have developed over centuries. And these are values that leaders, ministers and officials need to show, because that will help us execute sound policies for the benefit of the people.